Hi, this is Jason Major from Sweaty Heroes Comic Bargains, and today I thought it'd be fun to talk about Teen Spider-Man Adventures. That's a title that I've never seen yet. Teen Spider-Man, teenage, non-mutant, non-ninja Spider-Man. It doesn't work like Ninja Turtles. Anyways, Marvel Adventures. We got Marvel Adventures Spider-Man. I got Ultimate Tales Spider-Man, and I got Untold Tales of Spider-Man. So I'm just going to briefly talk to you about these three books, which I've read all three, and all three get the same grade, which is an A. But what is different about all three books? So first we got Untold Tales of Spider-Man, which was by Kurt Busiek, and the artwork is by Pat Olliffe. And in this issue has the X-Men in it, the original X-Men. Untold Tales of Spider-Man came out in the 90s during the Clone Saga, and so it was kind of refreshing to be able to read Peter Parker when Ben Reilly was Spider-Man. The clone was Spider-Man. People thought he was the real Spider-Man. I didn't think he was the real Spider-Man. I thought he was the clone Spider-Man, thinking that he's the real Spider-Man. I figured they'd always go back, and even if they, just like the Batman saga, where John Paul Valley became Batman, I thought it would go back to normal. Anyways, I digress. That's a bunny trail. The point is that Untold Tales of Spider-Man, Kurt Busiek was weaving in tales that feel like they belong in between those classic Lee Ditko stories, even to the point of like what Peter Parker is wearing tends to be more closer to like that era as opposed to like trying to make it more modern looking. But it is just. This is a fun title. This issue, you have this guy named the Menace, and he is saying, "I'm a menace. I am a mutant. I am a menace. I am a menace." And then Peter Parker and Spider-Man and the X-Men have to go fight him. I won't spoil the rest of it. I will say that the artwork by Pat Olliffe is great. He is a great artist. I have the volume 1 of the trade, which is collected in kind of like an epic-sized format. That I highly recommend as well. There's also an omnibus for Untold Tales of Spider-Man, collecting the whole 25-issue run, as well as some of the annuals and one-shots they did, and other side stories. But these are all excellent. This is an excellent book. You can see it was 99 cents at the time when books were $2. But this is also set. But to be honest, just to be upfront, what makes this Teen Spider-Man interesting is that it is set in the continuity of Peter Parker Spider-Man, the 616 universe, if you want to call it that, and that it is considered canon. So this is set in the 616 universe, is canon, and but it was a short-lived series, unfortunately, 25 issues, but very fun. If you will love young Peter Parker, if you love the Ditko era, if you love just Spider-Man in general, you're going to love this comic book, Then we have Ultimate Tales Spider-Man. Now, Ultimate Tales, some people know about Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man was created by Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley. Mark Bagley had drawn a lot of Amazing Spider-Man previously, from issues 351 onward through the Clone Saga, till basically almost till the end of the Clone Saga. And Mark Bagley is just my favorite Spider-Man artist. Period. His artwork is great. This kind of artwork showcases that he is really good at drawing faces, and he's really good at drawing people. He can make a teenage Peter Parker look like a teenager, as opposed to midget version of the adult Peter Parker. He is my favorite Spider-Man artist. And I never got a chance to read all the Ultimate Spider-Mans growing up, because they just were direct market things, and at the time I didn't have a comic store that I could get to all the time. But I really have enjoyed Ultimate Spider-Man when I have read it. But I did read these issues, and this issue is really good, and the artwork is really excellent. So this is a really cool thing. Now, it is also a flip book. There is another issue of Ultimate Spider-Man on it. So the flip magazines were designed more for, I think, newsstand. The idea of that they would be like 2 issues in one, reprinting recent titles. So when you find this, you're not going to be finding Ultimate Spider-Man. You're going to be finding what is essentially a reprint of something that happened a few months earlier. But it has 2 in one, so buying this at $1 is a great bargain. Cover price, it was $5.75 at the time, back in the 2000s. But it is a cool book because it has 2 issues in one. There were other flip books that Marvel did, which had other titles involved, including the Marvel Adventures. They did that. So when you're looking, you might want to remember that if you're looking specifically for Ultimate Spider-Man, if it says Ultimate Tales Spider-Man, that is actually a flip book reprint. But it is a great bargain, and these are great stories. And this one has Doc Ock in it, and it's seeding for the ultimate version of Kraven the Hunter. Now, this was in the Ultimate Universe, which is a separate universe that started from the very beginning. It's designed for like teen-age audiences, but it is excellent. And of course, that leads, spoiler, to the death of Peter Parker Spider-Man in issue 150. I know that's a spoiler, but that led into the Miles Morales Spider-Man, who eventually somehow came into the 616. But I digress. Ultimate Spider-Man, really worth reading. Really would be good to get the whole run of the Peter Parker run. And Bagley did over 100 issues of that too. Marvel Adventures Spider-Man is not in either of these. So we got mainstream Spider-Man 616, you got Ultimate Universe, and then you got the Marvel Adventures Universe, which they designate with their own Earth. These were designed for kids to be kid-friendly in all ages, but they're a lot of fun. It was during a time where instead of doing something based on a cartoon, they basically came up with their own all-ages line. These became digest format, which is like a little Reader's Digest, so you could get them at affordably, like 5 issues, 6 issues for affordable prices. You might see these at used bookstores sometimes, or comic stores for affordable price. So those digests are really cool because they are very affordable, and a lot of times because they're older, like you might even get a bargain price. This issue specifically is Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. It is a lot of fun. I am giving all 3 of these issues a day, and I love them for different reasons. And this is an all-age Peter Parker story. He's dressed up right here because he's being goofy, and he has a class assignment. This is teenage Spider-Man again. They all are. And in this case, Kristoff is supposed to be this kid from Latveria. It doesn't say Latveria in the beginning. I love his speech. It starts off with America is evil, then he goes to America is good. He is a product of the school system of where he comes from. I won't comment on American education, but Aunt May's in it, and you got he basically tries to become friends with this kid, and then I won't spoil the rest of the story for you, but basically the Fantastic Four know that he is involved with Latveria and Doctor Doom. Ooh. So the Fantastic Four are after this kid, and that puts him in conflict with Spider-Man. And it's just a fun story. I highly recommend this one as well. But I also recommend the Marvel Adventures run, being all ages for kids, but all ages for the kid at heart in every one of us. All 3 of these are teen Spider-Man, different kinds of Spider-Man. I would say these 2 in my hand, Untold Tales of Spider-Man and Marvel Adventures, are all ages. So Untold Tales of Spider-Man, you could give it to a little kid. This I would give it to a 10-year-old, but it is designed more for teen and up. Not so much because of violence or sex or anything, just because it's more like a decompressed storytelling where there's 6 issues to tell one story. All these great Spider-Man tales. So go get Teen Spider-Man and go find some. They're all in the dollar bin or in the bargain bin. And I would say all these, I would also say, are worth cover price if you were to find them at cover price. Untold Tales of Spider-Man, like I said, you might want to prefer to pay cover price for Untold Tale Ultimate Spider-Man when it's Ultimate Spider-Man and not Ultimate Tales. But that would be your preference. But it is a flip book, so you're getting 2 books for 1, which is a bargain. Stay sweaty.